When these laser-cut stainless steel gears engage, Woodpecker's 6-in-1 pocket gauge adjusts by 1/32 of an inch. The 6-in-1 pocket gauge uses a 32-pitch gear rack to incrementally adjust the reference block from the base block. With the shoulder created between the two blocks, you have a physical reference you can use to check, adjust, and mark all sorts of measurements in your shop. If you prefer working in metric measurements, take the racks off and flip them over. Now the teeth engage at perfect 1 millimeter increments, and all the scales on the 6-in-1 are graduated in both inch and metric. Let's take a closer look at the 6 different functions: setting the height of router bits and saw blades, checking the depth of rabbets and dados, measuring and locking drill bit stop collars, locating the center of stock up to 2 full inches thick, scribing lines perfectly parallel to the edge of your stock, and measuring the depth of small holes and narrow grooves. The basic design of the 6-in-1 pocket gauge is identical to the 6-in-1 shop gauge we introduced in 2018. The difference is it's a little bit smaller, and it's designed to be there when you need it.
When it comes to making perfectly square crosscuts, nothing compares to the speed and ease of a miter saw. But what a miter saw cannot offer you is accuracy and repeatability. Measuring and marking every board with a tape measure and pencil, and then aligning the blade to the mark is time-consuming and leaves many opportunities for frustrating mistakes or inaccurate cuts. The solution is a precise stop-block system that removes your tape measure and pencil from the process. The Craig Precision Track and Stop Kit is just that, and it allows you to unleash your saw's true cutting potential. Once set up, the system gives you accuracy and the ability to make repeatable cuts precisely in just seconds. Traditional stop blocks can offer consistency on repeating cuts, but they are time-consuming to set up and have to be remeasured for each different length you are cutting. The Precision Track and Stop Kit is ready in 3 simple steps for any length of cut. First, align the cursor over your desired measurement and lock. Next, place the board against the stop. Finally, cut your board. That's it. Each piece will be precisely the same length time after time. The Precision Track and Stop Kit comes complete with 2 stops that can be set up on either side of the blade. A swing stop featuring a curved face that can easily be flipped out of the way when not needed, and a solid production stop with dual lens cursors for accuracy on both sides of the blade without recalibration. The system also comes with 4 sections of T-track in 2-foot lengths for a total of 8 feet. The included left to right and right to left reading measuring tapes allow you to set up this system precisely the way you want it. And because the track needs to be mounted, we've included a detailed plan on how to create shop-made material support wings for your miter saw. The Craig Precision Track and Stop Kit is the modern-day replacement to your tape measure and pencil and is the fastest and easiest way to add speed, repeatability, and real precision to your miter saw.
Bloom tandem drawer slides are among the most popular choices for high-use, high-visibility applications. They're completely concealed, so the focus is on your cabinetry, and they offer great performance. Fortunately, Rockler has developed the system of jigged installation jigs to make the process easy and practically foolproof. The jigged undermount drawer slide jig takes care of installing the slides in the cabinet. Just position the slide on the appropriate side of the jig. Powerful rare earth magnets hold it securely during installation. Then simply press the jig against the cabinet face. The slide is positioned perfectly level with the required 2 mm setback. The jig is designed so it can be clamped in place on the cabinet. This frees up both hands for driving the mounting screws, which is easy because of access holes in the jig body. Prepping the drawer box and installing the slide locking devices on the underside come next. The Jigit Undermount Drilling Guide simplifies and speeds these steps. It has perfectly positioned steel guide bushings and comes with the drill bits you'll need for the installation, as well as stop collars to make sure you drill to the right depth. The jig even incorporates depth guides so you know exactly where to lock in the stop collars. Bloom tandem slides have little metal tabs at the back that require precisely located holes in the back of the drawer box. Usually, this involves measuring and marking on both sides. The Undermount Drilling Guide makes measuring unnecessary. Just position it in the notches in the back of the box and drill. The holes are precisely where they need to be. To drill the mounting holes for the locking devices, switch to the smaller bit. Flip the jig, position it in the corner, and drill. The bushings guide the bit at the precise angle needed to secure the locking devices. After drilling the other side of the drawer, all that's left is to drive a few screws and slide the drawer box onto the slides.
Introducing the Galax Pro 5.8 amp mini circular saw by Galax Pro. The 5.8 amp motors runs at 3500 RPM to cut wood, plastics, plasterboard and PVC pipe in a single pass. The bevel lever allows you to change your cutting angle up to 4500 degrees. It's the safe, stress-free way to make accurate cuts. The Galax Pro Circ Saw has a maximum cutting depth at 1/11/16 inch at 90 degrees and a maximum cutting depth of 1/8 at 45 degrees. Galax Pro, power to change your life.
When you need to make mortises, whether for joinery, lock sets, or hinges, the MHL accessory for your CRB7 router base lets you make them quickly, easily, and accurately. The MHL attaches to the base of the CRB7 rapidly, using just a couple of provided screws. The fixed jaw of the MHL mounts to the CRB7 base in pretty much the same way. Both can be attached to different locations on the CRB7 base, allowing the MHL to be adjusted from the width of your bit all the way up to 7 inches wide. A thumb wheel controls the final position of the movable jaw, allowing the MHL to be accurately set to the stock being worked. Both jaws feature a sight line, which allow for marking the limits of the mortise out from underneath the base of the CRB7, where you can see it. Or use a set of clamps to positively stop the jaws on each end of the cut. The long jaws increase the surface contact with your stock, giving excellent control, and have threaded inserts for fitting auxiliary faces when needed. These auxiliary faces are used when working the edge of a panel, or to provide additional support when working with thin parts. And the MHL is not limited to just doing mortises. It can be used on stock up to 7 inches wide, making it an excellent fluting jig. Whether you're cutting for joinery, locks, or hinges, the MHL accessory for the CRB7 router base makes it easy, fast, and accurate.
The Bosch 18-volt lithium-ion 6.5-inch circular saw. Lightweight, compact, durable, ergonomic, soft-gripped handle. 50-degree bevel capacity. New Bosch Coolpack batteries are designed to reduce heat buildup. These high-efficient battery packs stay cooler and live longer, featuring an integrated fuel gauge and superior cold weather performance. Slim pack for lightweight, or fat pack for maximum runtime. Every battery works with every tool. Power to get it done. Never lets you down. The 18-volt lithium-ion 6.5-inch circular saw.
Bosch, invented for life.
Hi, I'm in the Micromark workshop today and I'm going to show you our 84656 miter cutoff saw. That's great for cutting different types of woods, metals, both ferrous and non-ferrous. You can cut it up to 45-degree angles, straight cuts, and 45s. It can be mounted with wood screws to your workbench, or you can use the optional C-clamp that comes with it. We have 3 different blades. One is the high-speed steel blade, 84657. There's one mounted on the machine. That's an extra blade. There's 84690 and 84691, which are cutoff wheels for both ferrous, hardened metals, and non-ferrous, soft metals. The table pivots 45 degrees. 0 is indicated all the way to 45, and it can be locked in by turning this knob underneath for any of the straight cuts or angled cuts you wish to make on a piece of wood. Something interesting about the vise is it has a raised projection between the jaws and one that's the same height that allows you to make sure your piece is firmly placed and then held in by the jaws of the vise before cutting. Now you know you're going to get a straight cut. We've got something in here we want to cut. Perhaps it's not that long. This has got the steel blade in, remember, for wood. There's an on-off switch at the top of the unit. Press the button for safety. Then you can lower the piece into your piece of wood. And the piece is practically burr-free. Nice clean cut. And you can see you've got a really nice cut there. Very little sanding, if any, is required to finish cleaning that piece up.
Remember when your planer could handle every job you threw at it? The Win 12.5-inch benchtop thickness planer repurposes rough and worn wood while also providing uniformity to the thickness of your boards. Attack pieces up to 12.5 inches wide and 6 inches thick. Our 12-amp motor generates over 18,000 cuts per minute at a 26 feet per minute feed rate. Each full rotation of the knob adjusts the height of the planer at 1/16 of an inch, allowing for extremely precise measurements to meet the needs of the project at hand. The Win thickness planer also features a fully granite table to prevent scratches and marring to your board. Not only does this create a stable and perfectly flat base for wood to smoothly travel over, but it also provides a non-stick surface to prevent sawdust from clinging to the table. This package also includes a 2-inch fan-assisted dust port, a soft rubber grip adjustment handle, foldable in-feed and out-feed tables, side-mounted handles for easy transportation, and a tri-roller feeding system to help minimize snipe. Make boards flush, repurpose old wood, and get exact measurements, all with the Win 12.5-inch thickness planer. Remember when you brought those old jagged boards back to life?
Remember when?